AI and Due Diligence Management Introduction. The buyer who assumed everything was fine. In the previous section, we discussed contract addenda and how specialized documents help address issues involving HOAs, wells, solar systems, lead-based paint disclosures, and other property-specific concerns. While these documents are important, they represent only part of a buyer's due diligence responsibilities. Imagine a buyer purchasing a beautiful home in northern Arizona. The home inspection was completed. The financing was approved. The title company delivered the title commitment. The HOA documents were provided. Everything appeared to be moving smoothly toward closing. Several months after moving in, the buyer discovers that a portion of the property is located within a floodplain. Shortly thereafter, they learn that the HOA is considering a substantial special assessment. Frustrated, the buyer asks, "Why didn't anyone tell me?" Was the information available during the due diligence period? In many cases, the answer is yes. One of the most important responsibilities of a buyer is conducting due diligence before closing. The information often exists. The challenge is identifying it, reviewing it, and understanding its significance. Artificial intelligence can help organize the due diligence process, create checklists, and improve communication. However, AI cannot perform due diligence for the buyer. The buyer must still investigate. The agent must still communicate. The information must still be verified. Understanding due diligence. Due diligence is the process of investigating information before making a final purchasing decision. Think of due diligence as the buyer's opportunity to verify that the property matches their expectations. Many buyers mistakenly believe that inspections alone satisfy their due diligence obligations. In reality, due diligence involves much more than a home inspection. It may include reviewing disclosures, reviewing title reports, reviewing HOA documents, investigating neighborhood conditions, researching flood zones, evaluating environmental concerns, reviewing well information, verifying property-specific issues. The purpose is simple. The more information a buyer gathers before closing, the fewer surprises they encounter after closing. The buyer advisory as a roadmap. One of the most important due diligence tools available in Arizona is the buyer advisory. The buyer advisory serves as a roadmap that identifies areas buyers should investigate during the transaction. Many buyers initially view the document as another stack of paperwork. Experienced agents understand that it is actually one of the most valuable consumer protection tools in the transaction. The buyer advisory encourages buyers to ask questions, conduct research, and verify information independently. Artificial intelligence can help organize these responsibilities into manageable action items, making the process less overwhelming. Managing property inspections. Property inspections remain one of the most visible parts of buyer due diligence. Home inspectors often evaluate major systems and components, including roofing, electrical systems, plumbing, HVAC systems, structural components, drainage concerns, safety issues. Inspection reports frequently contain dozens of observations, recommendations, and maintenance items. AI can help organize inspection findings into categories that are easier to understand. For example, create a summary of inspection findings organized by safety concerns, major repairs, maintenance items, and cosmetic issues. This type of prompt can help buyers prioritize their review process while improving communication with inspectors and agents. Reviewing title commitments. As discussed in the previous chapter, title commitments contain important information regarding ownership rights and restrictions. Many buyers struggle to understand title reports because they contain unfamiliar legal terminology. Artificial intelligence can help organize title-related topics such as easements, CC&Rs, deed restrictions, access agreements, title exceptions. The goal is not to replace the title report. The goal is to help buyers identify areas that deserve additional review. The title commitment remains an important part of the overall due diligence process. Reviewing HOA disclosures. For properties located within homeowners associations, HOA disclosures can be just as important as the purchase contract itself. Buyers should understand monthly assessments, special assessments, architectural restrictions, rental restrictions, community rules, association financial conditions. Artificial intelligence can help create HOA review checklists and organize governing document summaries. However, buyers should still review the actual documents and not rely solely on AI-generated summaries. The governing documents remain the controlling source of information. Investigating environmental concerns. Environmental issues are another important component of due diligence. Depending on the property and location, buyers may wish to investigate nearby landfills, industrial facilities, water quality concerns, air quality issues, hazardous materials, past land uses. Artificial intelligence can help organize environmental research topics and create investigation checklists. However, AI cannot independently verify environmental conditions. When concerns arise, qualified experts and official resources should be consulted. Understanding floodplain issues. Floodplain concerns are often overlooked until after closing. Many buyers assume that if a property has never flooded, flood-related issues do not exist. However, floodplain designations may affect insurance requirements, future development plans, property improvements, financing requirements. Artificial intelligence can help create floodplain investigation checklists and identify questions buyers should ask during their due diligence period. Official floodplain maps and qualified professionals should always be used to verify information. Evaluating well inspections. Properties served by private wells require additional due diligence. Buyers should understand water quality, water quantity, well maintenance, operational history, equipment condition, testing results. Artificial intelligence can help organize well-related review questions and create educational summaries for buyers unfamiliar with private water systems. However, AI should never replace professional inspections or water quality testing. Using AI to create due diligence checklists. One of the most valuable uses of AI is creating comprehensive due diligence checklists. For example, create a due diligence checklist for a buyer purchasing a residential property in Arizona. The resulting checklist may include property inspections, title review, HOA review, floodplain research, environmental review, well inspections, disclosure review, neighborhood research, utility investigations. These checklists help buyers stay organized and reduce the likelihood that important issues will be overlooked. Verification procedures remain critical. One of the most important lessons throughout this course is that AI-generated information must always be verified. Artificial intelligence may provide incomplete information, outdated information, overly broad summaries, incorrect assumptions. This is why buyers and agents should treat AI-generated content as a starting point rather than a final answer. Verification should always occur through official documents, qualified inspectors, title companies, government resources, HOA records, environmental professionals. The original source remains the most reliable source. Communication best practices. Many due diligence problems occur because information was never communicated effectively. Buyers become overwhelmed. Documents pile up. Deadlines approach. Important information gets overlooked. Artificial intelligence can help agents improve communication by creating buyer checklists, reminder systems, educational summaries, follow-up schedules, due diligence timelines. Better communication often results in better decision-making and fewer surprises after closing. An Arizona transaction example. Imagine a buyer purchasing a rural property outside Prescott. The property contains a private well, is partially located in a floodplain, and is governed by a small HOA. Without organization, the buyer could easily overlook important information. Using AI, the agent creates a customized due diligence checklist that includes well testing, floodplain verification, HOA document review, title review, property inspections, disclosure review. The checklist helps the buyer stay organized and complete their investigations before the end of the inspection period. The AI did not perform the due diligence. The AI helped organize the process. The buyer completed the investigation. Conclusion: due diligence is one of the most important responsibilities in any Arizona real estate transaction. The purpose is not simply to review documents. The purpose is to gather information that allows buyers to make informed decisions before closing. Artificial intelligence can improve organization, communication, and workflow management throughout the due diligence process. It can create checklists, it can organize information, it can improve efficiency. However, it cannot replace inspections, title reviews, HOA document analysis, environmental investigations, or professional judgment. The most successful agents use AI to support the process, while continuing to emphasize verification, communication, and buyer responsibility. Because in real estate, the best time to discover a problem is before closing, not after. Online discussion question 1. Why is due diligence important in a real estate transaction? Answer: due diligence allows buyers to investigate the property and related issues before closing, so they can make informed decisions and reduce the likelihood of post-closing surprises. Question 2. How can AI assist with due diligence management? Answer: AI can create checklists, organize information, improve communication, and help buyers track important due diligence activities throughout the transaction. Question 3. Why should AI-generated due diligence information be verified? Answer: AI may provide incomplete, outdated, or inaccurate information, making verification through official documents and qualified professionals essential.